Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Kelly and today I'm gonna show you how I cut my old hair and turn this long one blonde hair into a nice long layer hair with face framing, which will give my hair a nice movement and volume but still keep it low maintenance. These are what I use for my haircut. A pair of hair scissors, a comb with very fine teeth, and some duckbill clips. I'm putting on a barber cape so the hair won't stick or cling to my clothes. I'm gonna part my hair in the middle as I want my hair even on both sides. For the front section, I'm gonna find the highest point on the top of my head by placing the comb on my head. Where it touches my head is the highest point. And I use the comb to go straight down behind my ear like this, and this is the front section. I'm gonna clip it up so it won't interfere with the back. Then I do the same to the other side. For the back section, I'm gonna work with horizontal sections, so I just use my thumbs to part my hair at the top of my ear from this side to the other side. Then I clip the top section up and start with the bottom section. I'm gonna bring that section forward on both sides and wet my hair. I make sure that I'm evenly saturating my hair with water so I can get an easier cut. Then I comb my hair several times to remove any tangles or knots. Next, I'm using the fine side of the comb to comb hair through and using my index and middle fingers to grab my hair following the comb. Now I'm gonna decide how much length I want to cut off. I want it at my chest level, so I'm gonna cut it a little bit lower than that, as I may need to fix it later, and I don't want it to turn out too short. I want the V shape for the back of my hair, so I'm gonna keep my fingers horizontal as a guideline and point cut into it. I'm going very slow and careful. If you have shorter hair than mine and don't like the V shape, as it can look kinda off on short hair, you should comb the back section to the outer corner and point your fingers down like this. It will help the back look more like U shape instead of the V shape. After cutting off the length, I comb it a few times to check and make sure everything is even. Moving to the other side, I'm taking some hair from my left side to use as a guide for the right side. I'm gonna comb through the section, find the guide and point cut into it. Point cutting is when you go up to the hair instead of across, and it's gonna give us a nice blended effect and softer look. Whereas going across is gonna give us a very sharp line or so-called blunt cutting. If you find it hard to do, you can go across first, then point cut into it. Remember to keep tension on the hair all time and keep your head straight. If you are turning your head, you're going to create over direction, and we don't want that. After I'm done, I'm gonna take out some pieces on both sides to make sure my sections are lining up. And here's how the back looks like. Now I'm gonna let down the next section. I have medium hair, so I do 3 subsections for the back section. If you have thicker hair, just do more, because it can be difficult to see the guide if you grab a section that's too thick. I'm gonna spray some water on and comb through, then look for the guide. That is my guide right there. Now I just follow that guide and cut. If you lost your guide, don't cut. Comb it again and again until you see the guide, or take a smaller section. That's why I suggest you take a thin section instead of a thick one. Now it's gonna be faster as I just follow the guide and cut the rest. Again, I'm gonna take out some pieces on both sides to make sure my sections are lining up. And here's how the back looks so far. Now I'm gonna create layers. I'm spraying more water on to keep my hair wet. This time, I'm gonna section my left part into 2 vertical sections. I just clip the front section out of the way and do the back section first. I'm gonna comb that section straight down to my left side at a 90-degree angle. As you can see here, the shortest part is my length. I don't want to take off any more length, so I just let some drop, then use the shortest piece as the guide and cut a straight line following my fingers. Then I go back and check a few times until it's all even. Now I'm gonna create shorter layers by combing my hair up 45 degrees more, let some drop and look for the shortest piece as a guide, then cut. And this is what I got, a nice blended angling layer. Now I'm gonna do the same thing for the front section. I comb through both sections a few times and it gets easier now because I can see the guide from the back section. I comb my hair straight down, just follow the guide and cut. If you miss a piece, don't freak out, just finish what you're doing and go back for it later. That's why we have to go back a few times to check and make sure everything looks even. If your hair keeps falling down, spray more water and it will loosen. I've just finished the left side and this is how it should look like. Beautiful blended layers with graduations from short to long. Now I'm gonna move to the other side and repeat everything. Now for the last section of the back, I'm gonna take off the length and do layering at the same time, as I already had the guide from the previous section. When I'm done cutting, I'm gonna check again if both sides are lining up. So I've just finished the back section. Let's move to the front sections. I'm gonna take out small pieces from both sides to use as the guide for the front parts and tie up the rest so it won't interfere with the front. My front section is very thin, so I just do it in one go and repeat the same steps as before on both sides. Then I will do the face framing. Just do more sections if you have thicker hair. For face framing, I'm gonna comb my hair forward and take out a small triangle sections in the middle like so. Now I will decide how short I want for the face framing. I want to be able to tuck my hair behind my ears, so I'm gonna set it at my chin level. And I cut it a little lower as the hair will get shorter when drying. Now that I have my guide for both sides, I'm just gonna connect the shortest piece to the longest piece. For this step, I angle my fingers up, then I put the scissors above my fingers and angle it down. When I cut, I don't close my scissors on the way. Kind of open and close and drag it down. I cannot tell you the exact angles. It depends on the length you have. The longer the hair, the more downward the angle. You just have to eyeball it. I hope that makes sense. Remember to keep the scissors downward all the time. You don't want any horizontal cut. It can get a bit tricky when you do it on your dominant side. If you can do it the way I do, you can go the opposite way. Cut from the longest up to the shortest piece. I recommend doing this very slowly and little by little, as you can always take more hair off later, but you cannot put it back. If you have shorter hair than mine, you can do the technique where you can pull the hair across the head to the other side and cut. But I find with longer hair, that technique can cause a little bit of disconnection between the front and the back sections. That's why I just do it this way and get everything well blended. After I'm done cutting, I'm gonna cross-check one last time to make sure both sides are lining up. Let's see the results after I style my hair. I feel so much better and lighter. It's really nice to take off the split ends and my hair feels healthier. I try my best to make everything not too complicated and easy to follow. I hope you guys find this video helpful, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you do. Thanks so much for watching and see you in my next video. Bye!